The last game, this time for real, between Golden and Jagchi, a best of 5, and this series has been a hell of a ride for both of them. Jagchi leading, Golden going for the tie, Jagchi taking game 3, Golden bam with the 4th game, tying it up once more and forcing game number 5. Bottom left now on Yeonsu, the final map. We have him in yellow, and starting to the top right, we have also Jagchi right now. The one thing that I really have to say is, like, I mean, people the entire time when they read that name, they make Golden shower jokes, and why the hell does he always have to pick yellow? I mean, why? Someone should really tell him. I mean, the chances that he doesn't know are 40-40 at this point. For all of you who know that one. But, well, right now we have Golden in the bottom left with probably the hatch first attempt again. The games he won were always Baneling all-ins, or massive Baneling aggressions, where he just said like, yeah, I'm gonna bust you. In game number 2, I feel it was very warranted just because of how the early game went. In game number 4, it was more of a delayed push, something that we've seen in the past. Actually, like, I haven't seen it in the recent past at all, but like a few months back, this was one of the strategies that you could really go for. I think I did a tutorial on that exact push, and I'm pretty sure it's on my YouTube channel. It's like a 3-base Baneling Roach push that Hyun back then played on maps like Akilon Wastes. So that was something that was really popular back then, and it's still strong, but I didn't really expect him to show it here. So Jagchi, how is he going to react to this? I just feel that in general, siege tanks these days are something that Terran players should really think about incorporating a little bit more in their builds again. At least Jagchi should think about it facing Golden, because that's something that helped him every single time. Think about everything that Golden did so far. When was the last time you saw Golden really play a game with Mutalisk and Ling? That was game number 1, and that was a game that Jagchi won without a problem whatsoever. All the other games that have been a lot more closer were either centered around Roach Hydra, or Banelings, or Roach Banelings. And against all of these compositions, a siege tank or 2 helps you a lot. So I feel with the new changes to how Zerg approach the matchup now with the Hydra change, it's really something that you have to consider a lot more, that you go into those siege tanks, or at least one defensive siege tank. Think about how it worked when we had Flash entering StarCraft 2, and back then Flash and Innovation were 2 of the players that were the first to say like, okay, with us always getting that 3rd base this early and Zerg countering it with Roach rushes and Roach Baneling rushes, we need to get that siege tank out, and they did. They invested into that siege tank early on in the game, and suddenly it worked. They could hold that 3rd base. This might be something that Terran players, or that someone like Jagchi will do against an opponent like Golden again, because he says like, yeah, that gives me the biggest chances of actually like holding against what you do here. So 3 kills on the Reaper right now, 3 taken down, and the Queen's out, so therefore he can't really do a whole lot, not with a single Reaper. In the main base, the Overlord is not gonna die to this, but at least chased away for now. What did he actually scout? Like, he saw everything. Saw everything, well, disregarding the second gas, that's something that he doesn't really know. Would probably have loved to see that, but with the timing, yeah, he should probably realize. Yeah, of course he realizes, because this was the latest edition refinery, so he knows that this is the second one, since we already have a Reaper in the game, and he saw the factory too, so the gas has come from somewhere. So it makes sense that he knows exactly what's happening there right now. We have the Tech Lab again, and therefore we will see Banshees in this game. It's a really good map. You can once again drop in the main base, for example. 3rd base already being built by Golden here, and let's just look over there. Yep, there we go. We have the Reapers trying to be aggressive again. The Queens trying to zone those Queens out, and he's just doing a nice job at damaging them. We've been talking about this in the other games, but yeah, especially if you're going into a build where you want to just strengthen the Reaper Hellion pushes with Banshees, you really want to take hit points off those Queens, because they are the only anti-air that the Zerg player will have in the early game. At least the only unit. Could of course always build a couple of Spore Crawlers, but they are not as mobile. The problem really is that the Queens, once they are down and you don't have anti-air, the Banshees will always find a good spot. Look at that, we have another Baneling nest. How is he going to play that? The Banshee is really good against like solar Baneling aggression as well, just because like you can kill those Banelings, you can target them down. This is something that you have to be afraid of. And ooh, Talking about those queens that I mentioned, the queens are super low, guys. They're already super low, and there are more Hellions. So as soon as he kills those, he should be able to kill one or maybe two of the queens. But is he overextending himself again? There come those reinforcements and Zerglings, but actually feeding them to Jakji one by one, or like small portion at a time, is not going to be the solution here. And right now, Jakji should realize that that's a lot of links. So he should actually see what's coming very, very soon. Golden is completely skipping on the Harvesters at 42 right now. He's not building anymore. He's just going mass drones. He already mass Zerglings, and he lost a lot of them already. So at this point, it's really very much about how much Golden can kill. If he can surround this, it's gonna be great for him. So many lings. Jakji with nice micro so far, trying to go for the jukes again, but he's gonna be surrounded. He kills a fair share of lings here. Does he kill enough though? The Banshee is already moving in, trying to take the Queen down. Has 0 kills so far. The Queen a goner, but the lings are moving in right now. Here's the wall at the front. He needs to lift that depot. Not using the depot just yet. Another Banshee moving in. The Banshee sees the Banelings. Banshee sees the Banelings. Alright, that's a big, big win for him here. He knows exactly what's going on. He needs to focus those Banelings though. Starting to focus the Banelings. Kills one. Kills a second one before that. Kills another one at the back. Taking the Baneling. Most important thing right now. Takes them down. Only units at the natural are being killed. If he can hold the wall in the main base, it's going to be the most important thing for him. Baneling after Baneling goes down here. Great job so far by Jakji. He did damage at the bottom. How much though? The Banshee is still alive, I think. Nope, that's Reapers over there. He needs to hold that somehow, but the Banelings bust through. And the Banshees trying their best. There's still one bunker being repaired right now. 2 Banshees. But doesn't get a third one out there. There's a third one. Third Banshee is there. So you will be able to hold for now. Golden is still streaming units across the map. He wants to go for the all-in once more. But we still have Hellions. He can just wall here again and keep the Hellions on the high ground. That should be all that he needs at this point. He's moving back down already. Golden at 70 supply again, 66. He has no tech. There's no tech. The one has started for Jakji. It's halfway done. He has the tech. The harvester count is 34 against 35. Even with, well, he didn't really kill that many harvesters. He killed 5. I thought he killed 4. There come the lings once again. But you can't go into a choke point like this. Oh! The band actually detonated on the Baneling here. It's sketchy for a second. But yeah, the choke points, they don't work with Zerglings. They don't work at all. And this is too many Hellions. This is too many Banshees. 3 in total. And Golden, wow. He lost a lot of momentum there. He needs to transition out of this, and he builds 10 drones to make that happen. Makes 10 drones and tries to go for a transition here, building 2 Spore Crawlers immediately, because he's like, well, you have 3 Banshees, of course you're going to attack me with those at some point. But yeah, this is going to get very, very scary for Golden very soon. 1-1 about to be done. We already have Stim that will help him with the splits. We have also Combat Shield on the way. Widow Mines moving in. This is not going to be easy for him. Not at all. Gets the position where he can attack the third base. He wants to take down the third base. Yep. Finds the sweet spot here. Starts attacking the hatch. Kills the queen. There's not a lot of mobile anti-air that he has. Moves the Spore Crawler a little bit forward, but he could actually just move back again. Yep, finds another sweet spot. He's gonna take that out. That base is going to fall. 2 bases for Golden. That's it for now. 1 Banshee goes down, but another queen dies as well. Another Banshee is crushing into the ground, but still the end result is Golden is on 2 bases against the 2 bases of Jakji, and he is at this point behind in income. The Terran player also has the upgrades. He's on this way to get +2/+2. Combat Shield is done. 1-1 just now started for Golden. That's super, super late. If you think about it, the timing is just so much better for Jakji now with these upgrades. That's what he currently gets for all of his trouble. And this is not easy at all for Golden. He's trying to make it work with Ling Muta Baneling switch, but we all saw how that worked out for him in game number 1. It was not really the strongest game. And right now, Jakji secures himself a third. Jakji with a third base, whereas Golden is still reproducing, rebuilding his, and things are looking very, very dire for the Zerg player. Jakji has played an incredible series, so did Golden, but at this point it looks like Jakji might be the one to advance to the finals here, to meet another Zerg player. And, well, what can Golden do? I mean, he's still waiting. He's still trying to get those Mutalisks out. We are 14 minutes into the game. If you're playing a normal game and don't go for that bailing us that he was trying to execute here, you have those Mutalisks a lot faster than that. Right now, he needs that gas over here too, and that's, of course, delaying things even more. If you look at the army supply, that's 25 against 75. And just for a second, take a look at the top right where you see now how many resources are bunked up by those two players. Golden doesn't have what it takes to really get another 50 army supply in a few seconds. And this attack on his third base should put an end to that third for good now. Because, like, what is he throwing against his opponent? Like, those few bailings, are those really gonna cut it? A couple of Zerglings trying to go in to bait those Widow Mines, and that's what they do. But we have now Marines everywhere. The bailings take it out. Nice split. The third base, it's gonna die. GG and Jakji. He takes the best of 5 series, and he advances to the final of the Gfinity